You. Come here. Yes. Yeah, can you say hello? Can you wave? Up we go. Alright, watch your hands. Yeah. You might be ready for some breakfast. Oh, yummy, yummy. French toast, bananas, and strawberries. What we're gonna do, take a little bit of the syrup. Just a little bit. We're just gonna woo. Bloop, just a little bit, just like that. Then wait. Is it yummy? What you got there, buddy? Is that your breakfast? Yeah, is that breakfast? You got strawberries, you got some banana, and you got some French toast. Yum, 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 yum. All right, good morning, everybody. Dylan K. Johnson here. Welcome back to a new video. So, as you can see, just eating some breakfast. Got myself and my little man here some breakfast. For myself, we have got 1 cup of white rice, 1 tablespoon of ketchup, 2 whole eggs. Tried to do them over easy, but I was doing so much stuff that I let them cook a little bit too long. I like the yolks a little bit runny usually. And then 2 egg whites. Throw on a little bit of salt and pepper. And then I just go through and I mix that all together. And that is my breakfast. For a little Ollie over here, we got some strawberries. Yeah, strawberries. Some nanners and some French toast. So, something that yeah, is that good? Is that good? Something I like to usually do with his kind of like breakfast, and he gets pre-made meals just like us. I usually cook his meals same time as ours on Sundays when I do all my meal prep. But for his breakfast this week, usually we've been doing like an egg scramble. Instead, we went with French toast, and I just make it up ahead of time, throw it in the freezer, and then I pop it in the toaster until it's nice and crispy. And that works really well. I've done that myself for preps in the past, for like weekly meal preps, and it works really well. So yeah, kind of a little tip for you guys. But anyway, welcome back to a new video. This is going to be the start of a new series. I know I start a lot of series, but this one is going to be something that I'm going to really be trying to stick with. And I'm just kind of trying to decide what to call it. So right now I'm leaning towards like the Bod Diaries. I don't know. Basically with this, I've officially hired a coach. This is the first time I've ever gonna be working with somebody else, with a coach, and not doing like my own programming, my own nutrition, all that kind of stuff. He's gonna be taking care of everything. I have him linked over on my Instagram. But first time I'm ever going to be working with somebody, and basically just gonna be seeing and logging how everything progresses with this, and just kind of tracking my changes. So that's kind of what this whole series is going to be. Maybe like once or twice a week updates. Yeah. And pretty much just like that. I'm just going to be kind of tracking everything that he's going to be having me do. Just kind of more even for my own record, just so I can see what happens, so I can look back on it in the future and just kind of look at like, all right, so let me change this happened, and so on and so forth. So anyway, that's kind of what this series is going to be about. And like I was saying, trying to figure out a name for it. Don't deep throat the straw. Don't do that. That's not good. I kind of like the Bod Diaries. Just, I don't know, that or just kind of my old rise and grind deal. I think Bod Diaries is kind of what I'm sticking with. It just kind of has a fun ring to it. But anyway, I am going to eat this breakfast up here. And then we've got a lot of work to do around the house today. Hopefully, it's kind of drizzling right now. Hopefully it clears up this afternoon because I need to mow the lawn. I've got some yard work that I need to get done, move some rock around. And yeah, we just got a bunch of stuff to do today. So it's gonna be a fun day. I am gonna eat this, he's gonna eat that. We're gonna probably change your diaper after that because you haven't pooped yet. You haven't had your morning shit yet. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun day. And I will check in with you guys a little bit later. We're gonna be training legs today, so it's gonna be a fun day. Yeah, isn't it, buddy? What are you doing? What's up? What's that? Yeah, it's you. Here we go. Zoom. Wow. Is it you? Say hi. What? What's up? Yeah, it's following you. It's following you. Whoa, it's getting closer. It's getting closer. Wow. What are you doing?
And then
Good thing that was on my back. Alright, so just getting started here, warming up and everything for today's workout. I am going to be hitting a leg day today. So on the menu, so starting things off, going to be doing a lying leg curl. That's going to be kind of my main, or my first movement, a little bit of a pre-exhaust, pre-activation. Then I'm going to be moving into leg press with a quad emphasis or quad focus. That's my primary compound movement for today. After that, moving into some standing single leg curls, again moving back into the hamstrings. Then we're going to hit some transformer bar high bar squats. So using the Kabuki strength transformer bar, I'm going to be doing some high bar squats with that guy. And then I'm going to finish it off with a superset between some abduction and standing calf raises. So it's going to be a good session today. Goal with this session is going to be to either match or improve upon the numbers that I was doing last week. And yeah, just kind of giving my all. My wife, Kate, is watching Ollie right now, so I have got the next 2.5 hours to get this workout in. Shouldn't take more than about an hour and a half, including warm-ups. We'll see, depends on how I feel once I get rolling on the heavier movements. But yeah, I'm gonna go through right now, do a little bit of foam rolling, then I'm gonna hit 5 minutes on the concept to the rower, just kind of a nice not pre-activation, but a nice kind of warm-up. Do a little bit of dynamic stretching, and then move right on in and start the workout. So I'm gonna just kind of walk on through it, and yeah, I'm gonna drink my pre-workout, do some foam rolling, get started here. 2 scoops of ignition switch, 1 scoop hydraulic, 5 grams creatine, and a 1/4 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. Let's go. All right, and starting things off, as I said, we're going to be starting off with a lying leg curl. So, because I obviously do not have a prone or lying leg curl machine, I have to improvise, and that's one of the best things about having a home gym is finding new ways to perform exercises. So here you can see I'm using some ankle straps and just basically attaching them at my ankles. Attaching them together on my functional trainer and then just laying down on my bench. And this actually works extremely well. It's not quite the same as a true prone or lying leg curl, but for the purposes of just kind of like a pre-activation priming movement, it works extremely well. So 2 sets here going to failure on each set, aiming for between 12 to 15 reps. You can see with that last little clip here, just kind of how I'm actually getting to failure to the point where it's like I'm having to actually kind of sacrifice form in order to hit failure. That's kind of my idea of failure, is once I can no longer perform a solid rep
with proper form or technique, that's when I consider hitting failure. Now, there's a difference between, say, that and like actual muscular failure, to where you physically, no matter what you do, cannot do another rep, and that's kind of a little bit different. For the most part, in general, I tend to take things kind of on that fine line between form breakdown and muscular failure when I say I'm going to failure on a specific movement. So anyway, moving on, these clips are sped up about 30%. This was my first working set of leg press. I believe I hit like 10 or 11 reps at 450 pounds. Dropped the weight down for my back offset here and hit another like 8 or 9 reps. With these, you'll notice a big thing is my range of motion. If you have the mobility, I highly recommend utilizing as full of a range of motion as possible. One thing with this particular leg press machine that I do have to kind of modify my seat position a little bit to just kind of allow me to really hit the deepest portions of the range of motion. So that's why I'm sitting on some rolled up yoga mats there. It just kind of better allows me to hit that deepest range of motion without my lower back rounding and my hips kind of shifting. So yeah, that's just kind of one of those things where you gotta kind of have to play around with it, but I highly recommend aiming for a full range of motion on leg press, not just going for like quarter or half reps, anything kind of like crazy like that. So anyway, into the next exercise, standing single leg curls. And this is another one where I don't have a dedicated machine for this. So the way I like to use this, or the way I like to do these, is utilizing my leg extension machine. So basically I extend the pad that usually goes against my shins down all the way as much as I possibly can. And then I have another pad, just a like spare bench pad that I have laying around, and I'm using it right up against my upper thighs, up against my quads, so that I'm able to kind of press into the seat portion of the machine. From there, I go and I perform around 12 to 15 reps on each leg. And this, again, it's not perfect, but for the need of what I'm doing, it works extremely well. Definitely something I recommend trying out. If you have a leg extension machine, give it a shot. It's a really nice movement to kind of isolate and target those hamstrings. Once we finished off with that, then I moved into the high bar transformer bar squats. Just going through, warming up until I hit my first working set here, 245 pounds. The goal was 8 to 10 reps, I believe. And with this first set, I believe I hit 10 reps. I'm not counting. I don't have my notes on hand, but basically went to pretty much at the point where if I did another rep, probably would have hit like full muscular failure, to the point where it's like no matter what, even if I let my form kind of break down, there was probably no way I could have gotten another rep up if I were to try and perform another rep past where I stopped. Hopefully that makes sense. That's kind of where I talk about the difference between like form breakdown or form failure versus physically failing on a lift. So right there you can see was pretty grindy on that last rep, at least for what I tend to feel in terms of like grindiness. And yeah, if I went for another one, I may have been able to really kind of grind it out if I really wanted to. But again, I'm not trying to push myself to the point where I'm hurting myself. I'm just kind of trying to stay in that happy median between like absolute failure and not hurting myself. So moving on to the second set here, I actually got my wife in to help spot me because I don't know, I got the bug and I really wanted to just push myself as far as I possibly could, as close to failure. So you can see here, this is my last rep. And yeah, definitely was a bit grindier than the last one. I think I got 9 reps there. She spotted me a little bit on that last rep or two. Her little happy dance as she walks out. So yeah, really solid on those. Felt really good. And then we're moving into the last set of exercises, which is going to be a superset between adductions and standing calf raises. So you can see here how I'm actually setting up these adductions. Again, I'm utilizing my bench and the functional trainer and those ankle cuffs. However, the way I have it set up here, and I'll probably do a video dedicated to this setup in the future, but it's using 2 ankle cuffs on each knee. You can do this movement one leg at a time. That's how I did it before I got a second set of these ankle cuffs. But utilizing one set, so 2 of them wrapped around each knee, and then I have that going back to the functional trainer, and then underneath each of my feet is a furniture slider. And that's actually how I've moved a lot of equipment in my gym, just kind of side note, is utilizing those furniture sliders. They slide on the Tractor Supply, the rubber horse stall mats, rubber gym flooring. As long as it's not too textured, they slide really well. So that was a great way that I kind of figured out how to perform that movement. Feels very similar again to the actual machine, but it's again not kind of quite exactly the same. Just you really have to focus on foot position and everything else like that. Overall, though, I'm really happy with how that feels and how I was able to actually kind of MacGyver that movement, and it will be something that I'm going to be keeping in my programming going forward. And I'll be able to progress on it because it's attached to the functional trainer. So that's great. 2 thumbs up. Finish the workout off again, superset that movement with standing calf raises. I just used the transformer bar again and just kind of go 12-15 reps, hitting failure there. And yeah, nothing too crazy about the standing calf raises. I've all done them before, really focusing on pausing all momentum at the bottom, let it stretch, pause at the top, and let it stretch again. Then after I finished, just doing a quick kind of starting of my legs. So this here is kind of how my legs are looking right now with a pump and a little bit of kind of like downlighting. Really happy with how they're looking right now. They're probably one of the leanest parts of my body. My legs tend to not hold a lot of fat. So again, really happy with how these are looking, how my legs are looking, and overall it was a damn good leg workout. But that's going to be it for the voiceover. Let's pick up where we left off with the video. All right, so just finished up the workout. It is currently about 2:30, so all in all, including warm up and everything like that, workout took about an hour, 45 minutes roughly. And that was including like a little bit of posing afterwards, which you guys kind of saw there just at the end of the clips. And yeah, damn good workout, really good. Legs are going to be smoked. They are smoked. They're going to be absolutely dead the next couple days. And it's been a good day so far. Right now the munchkin is down for his afternoon nap. Kate left to go see a movie with her family. And I am going to, well, currently I have a post-workout meal in the microwave. I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm gonna head out and I gotta get some yard work done. So the lawn is in desperate need of a mow. So yeah, I am gonna go mow the lawn as soon as I finish eating while he is taking his afternoon nap. And then depending on whether or not he wakes up, I gotta get some rock moved around. We basically lined the entire yard on the inside, the entirety of the fence line with 2 feet of rock. So the past week or so, it's been pretty much all on me to go out and basically get all the prep work done for that. So I went through, got all the grass pulled from wherever it was. I went through, dug down about 2-3 inches along the entire fence line, and then I went through, put down like a weed barrier, basically like a cloth barrier, put down edging. And then over the weekend, Memorial Day weekend, I went and did the rock. So yeah, that was a bit of an adventure, but it looks really nice. There's just a few spots where I need to add a little bit more rock. And then we've also got another spot on the outside of the fence where we need to just dump a bunch of rock as well. So that's gonna be kind of a project over the next couple of days as I get time. And for now, I've been rambling a bit, so I need to eat my food and get everything done. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the workout. If you have any questions about it, leave me a comment down below in the comment section. Feeling good, gonna eat this as I keep saying, and then go get some yard work done while he is taking his nap. Gotta take full advantage of the time that I can when he is not terrorizing the house and everything. So yeah, I will check in with you guys a little bit later. Whew.
buddy. Hello. Oops. You have a good nap. Alexa, off. Give me that. Blah. Haha. Did you have a good nap? Can I have that back? Yeah. Come here. Come here. Come here. Ready? 1, 2, up we go!
Something greener, greener than gold. I turn my head and hold it high, but it's making me shiver. He's not like you, don't want him to. He's more like the river, growing stronger. When we're alone, there's no you in the picture. Ain't my number, isn't how I want it to. You see, I know this, but the last days in real life I've noticed